Hello everybody, this is another Android Studio tutorial. My name is Mitch Tabian, and this one is going to be on a MySQLite database and how to use it with your Android app. So here's a little demonstration over here. You're going to have a couple fields: name, email, favorite TV show, and ID. And you're going to have these buttons. This is going to be a view users button, so it's to view all the data that's already been entered. I've entered some data here just to show you, and I'm going to enter something else. Say Jeff. Jeff's email is going to be jeff@derp.ca, and his favorite TV show is going to be Microwave, because that's the first thing that came to my head. So you don't need to put an ID field in. That's for just updating or deleting. So then you hit submit. Data successfully inserted. If you view the users, you can now see Jeff here. I don't know why it kind of increments down like that, but anyway. So then if you want to update or delete, say we want to delete something, we'd say like Jeff is ID number 3, as we saw before. So if I type ID number 3 in here and I hit delete, it will delete it. Or I hit update, it will, I'll do update first actually. So now his favorite TV show is Banana. So if I hit update data and view users, his favorite TV show is now Banana. So now if I hit delete with ID number 3, and I look at view users, he's gone. So I'm gonna do it in a couple parts. I'm gonna do a first part where we just have like an add method, and then I'm gonna do an update, and then I'll do add, and then I'll do view user, then I'll do update, and then I'll do delete. So yeah, let's get started, I guess. So go ahead and start a new project. Oh, what do I call this? SQLite. Save user data? Sure. And I want to change. Let's save it in here. Or did I want to save it there? Yeah, let's save it there. Empty activity. And go. So SQLite is pretty cool. I mean it's the best method for saving a whole bunch of data that I've seen for Android so far. So and it comes pre-installed in all Android devices, so you can just go ahead and use it without having to install anything. Pretty cool. So the first thing we'll do is the layout. I think this thing slows my computer down a ton. I still need to figure out a faster way to emulate. I haven't seen anything that's free yet. It's faster than this thing. I usually just use a actual device. You can do it. Jesus. Okay, we did it. Relative layout. Okay, so let's do some large texts. This one will be name. I don't need to give an ID. And this one will be, is that a plain text I just added? Let's do large text. This one will be email. And another one. And I'll do the ID one in another tutorial. So I'm going to do some text fields here. Get up there. Okay. There we go. And another one. It's not where I wanted it, but okay. Put it up there. Nope. Nope. How about that? Okay, I think that's good. Yep. It's gotta be a better way to do this. Is that good? I don't even know. I don't think so. Nope. Okay. Whoops. Nope. There. Good enough. And we'll need one button for adding stuff. I'll put it over here. So add data and button add data. I think that's all we need for the layout. Oh, I need to give these IDs. So edit text, new name, and edit text, email. Oops, let's go new email. Edit text, new TV show. Okay, I think we're good. We can go on into main activity. I guess actually the next thing we'll do is create if you want to use SQLite for Android, you have to create a database helper class, which basically has a whole bunch of methods that you can refer to anywhere else in your project. So create a new class and we'll call it database helper. It's going to extend SQLite open helper. I think if you click on this, or get that little bubble thing to pop up, wherever it is, I can delete this. There, that thing right there. You can go to implement methods and it will build those for you. There should be another one too. Give me the bulb again. Give me the bulb. There's the bulb. Oh, so we're gonna create this right here. There we go. So now it's not angry anymore. We're gonna delete all this and just do it with context. And so now we can create some variables. Make them up here. Public. Oops. Public static final string. So this is going to be your database name, and we're going to call it people. Oh, whoops. There. And do it again. So you got to create all your variables. If you know anything about SQLite, I'm not gonna talk about SQL and how the tables are and everything like that. I'm just going to show you how to use it. If you want to do some research on your own and figure out more about MySQL, then feel free to do that. But basically, you're going to have a database name, you're going to have a table name, and inside the table you're going to have columns, and in those columns you can store data. So our first column we'll just call column 1, and the second one we'll call column 2. Whoops. Third one, column 3, and column 1 will be ID. So every table has to have an ID, and it's an auto increment. You can assign it to be auto increment, and we'll have a name, and we'll have an email, and I think the last one was TV show. So column 4 will be TV show. Your favorite TV show. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. So then in the super class here, we can pass your database name, and for factory just put null. I don't actually even know what that is for. I just know that I put null here and it works. So there you go. So then we'll get inside the onCreate method, and this is where you're going to create your table. So this is the MySQL language basically. Like this is MySQL code that you're going to type in here. This is what you would type if you wanted to create a table in MySQL. So you go create table, and then you put the columns here. So ID, it's going to be an integer type, a primary key, and we want it to auto increment. And then you, do a comma, and you do the next one. I'm going to actually break this up and go on a new line. Whoops. Name, and it's going to be of text type, and we're going to have email, that's also going to be text, and we're going to have TV show, and that's also going to be text. And those are going to be, so these are going to be your columns, right? It's going to be ID, name, email, and TV show. And so it's going to create a database called DB. So we go db.execute SQL create table, and that will create your table. And we're going to go down into the on upgrade and do the same thing with the database. Okay. Cool. Okay, I guess now we'll probably go into. Actually, we'll create our add data class here. So this is what we're going to call in main activity when we want to add data. So it's going to be a Boolean, and I'll explain later why. It's going to have 3 parameters. There we go. And every time you make a new method inside of your database helper, the first thing you're going to do is do SQLite database, refer to your database, and open it up basically. Doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, that's why. Oh, not open. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to add those values. Column 2 is name, right? Yeah, column 2 is name. And you're going to do that for each one of the variables. This now is just for confirming that you inserted. So the insert command is a built-in method in the database helper. So it takes a string, table, a null column hack, and then it'll take your values. I don't know what a null column hack is, though. I always just put null in here. So you put your table in here. This said table. I'm going to put null for the second thing, and then we're going to put your content values here. So this insert. So if you control, what do you do? Control. Yeah, hit control, and you can click on this and take a look at the method more closely. So you can see that it will return -1 if there's an error, if it doesn't work basically. So we can use that and say if result equals -1, then this can return false. So that's how we can know if something went wrong basically. If else, that means everything was good, and we'll return true. And I'll show you this in action in main activity. So I guess we can go over to main activity now and start the code. So we need our database helper first of all. I'm going to call it people database and declare our variables. So we have a button. It was called button add data. And we also had some text fields, so edit text name, edit text email, and edit text, what was it? A TV show. Okay. And we refer to our database and create it inside of our onCreate method. And then we typecast our variables in here. So edit text, do name first, so it's in order, equals edit text, find view by ID, that's edit text new name. Just copy this, call this one edit text email, this one edit text TV show, text new email, edit text TV show. Cool. Oh, and our button. So button add data equals button find view by ID. Cool. Okay, so next what do? We have to, oh right, we create an add data function. So you could technically write it in here if you want to, but I like to write them outside and then just call them inside the onCreate method. It's a lot cleaner. So we create a public void, we'll call it add data. It'll take nothing. And we're going to make an on click for our add data button. So somebody will type in our fields, and then as soon as they hit the button, this method will get called. So we'll use an on click listener. Oh, in case you missed that, right. So inside this, just type new space ON, capital O, and you'll see the on click listener here, and Android will build it for you. So now we need to create our variables inside the on-click listener. Oops. Actually, let's do that. Whoops. Text TV show. Okay. Now we're going to create a Boolean, call it insert data, refer to database, and this is where we call our add data function that we made in the database helper. So, and it's a Boolean type. Oh, what the hell just happened there? So we have add data here. So we're going to call that function right here, add data. See, it pops up, and pass it a string, an email, or 3 strings, name, email, and TV show. So here we'll do our name, our email, and TV show. And here, this is how we're going to use this right here to basically print out a toast and tell the user whether the data was inserted correctly or if there was a problem. So insert data. If this is true, then we'll make a toast. Data successfully inserted. I mean, exclamation marks. You're super excited that it worked. Okay. So if the data, basically if the data was inserted correctly, the insert data will return a true because of the way we've defined it over here. And if it isn't inserted correctly, then it will return a false. And so then we'll do an else here. Have a toast, and it'll say something went wrong. Something went wrong. No exclamation marks. You're unhappy. You're pissed. An unhappy face, actually. Okay. I think this might be it. Just check things over here. I know all this should be good. So what about this? I think we're good here. So this insert function is made to work with content values, basically. So it makes it really easy to work with MySQL databases in Android. That looks all good. I think this is good too. I think we're good. So I'm gonna run this, and hopefully it doesn't take 20 years. I should just actually launch it on my device. We'll see. We'll see how long this takes. So yeah, this will be the first video of the series. In the next video, I'll basically do this. Well, I'm gonna add a view data function, and so you got to do the same thing in the database helper. Every time you want to add a new method, you got to add it to the database helper, and you got to add it to main activity. Too much output to process. Is this it? Oh, this is it. Hey, that didn't take that long. Okay. Something's going on up here though. So I typed Mitch up there in case you can't see it. I'm gonna have to fix the layout. And favorite TV show will be Hello Kitty. That's kind of gay, but it's the first thing that came to my mind for some reason. So add data. Do I get a toast? Do I get a toast? No toast. Something is wrong. Oh, there. Okay, so I forgot to put the add data method in here. You got to put it inside your own crate. So bear with me and wait another couple minutes for this to load up again. I don't want to edit the video because I use free video editing software, and it takes away from the quality if I do a lot of editing. So I try not to. Try to just do it all in one go. Let's try that again. Mitch and Mitch at google.ca, sure. And this time my favorite TV show is going to be Peanut Butter. That's much better than Hello Kitty. So add data. Data is successfully inserted. Cool. So yeah, I'll stop this tutorial here. It's getting a little long already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.